Welcome, welcome, добро пожаловать. We're here to watch future game shows summer showcase with Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey, which is supposed to start in the next 3 minutes. I hope it will happen today at, at the right time. And there's not gonna be like, now you should wait for half an hour since we started the stream, instead of just immediately starting. So I hope in 2 minutes we will see whatever there is. I don't know what they will show because I watched it first time. I can only suspect that there will be some announcements from more of indie studios, indie games, from developers that couldn't pay the way up to Summer Game Fest. And what else? What else there is? Could be rumors. There should be sci-fi RPG from All Cat Games, not Dark Heresy, not Warhammer one, but different one. They're making like 4 games right now, so wait, I don't know what we will see, but apparently they're working on something. What other kind of rumors there were? We were discussing some possible rumors of what could appear on Summer Game Fest, but there were none of what I was thought would happen. But either way, there are 3 showcases. This one and 2 more. There's Xbox One, there's PC Gaming Show. Something could be arranged to be shown over there. We just have to wait for it. It will be shown and we could react to it. 60 seconds. There's no timer. I've edited the page. There's chat. Oh, finally it's in right frame. It happened. It's in the right frame. Thank you. Everything that's sacred. Until the premiere left just a little bit. It says just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of waiting. Here. Oh. And I just pressed start record. So I wouldn't forget if I will need to separate parts of trailers for trailer reactions. Future game show. Summer showcase. Is it gonna start? Is it gonna start? Oh. Just when I clicked off. What's this one? Forget. Why is there 2 of them? No chat. Here we go. Now I just need to put all of the chats in front of me so I could see the wrong window. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The following program is intended for mature audience. The presentation contains collection images, viewer discretion is advised. All trailers will be available in their native resolution on our future game show YouTube channel after the show. 4K, you can see 4K, 1080p. 10, Ships. There will be ships. Crying with blood. T-Rexes.
Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show.
Are they both in Critical Role?
My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair dungeon master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and skills.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound
90
so
minutes,
scary.
okay.
This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed, and once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
World premiere. What's it gonna be? Frigate Gemini on rescue mission, asteroid belt.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Expense?
Taki,
I didn't watch the TV show, but
go find out about your copay right quick.
it's kinda recognizable.
Just want to do him justice.
Polkat Games will make RPG in Expense. TV shows that I didn't watch.
Make justice, all right. Oh,
Books that I didn't read.
to a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show.
Video games that I still didn't play. That was Telltale, like, Expanse game, right?
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
But it's not Expanse, but a different sci-fi universe.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival. Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
Will it be turn-based combat? Like in Rogue Trader? Or more action like
In Yoloda. They never look up. Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Hold on, I'm coming! I'll cover you. The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
well, cinematic is beautiful, but what kind of gameplay should I expect?
Hey, buddy.
What is it? Crystallized thingy? The Expanse Osiris Reborn. Oh, whoa, 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 that's Mass Effect. And here I expected the isometric RPG. No, they making ooh, the whole Mass Effect and it's in Expanse universe. Damn. Now I have to catch up. I have to watch TV show. I have to play Telltale game. Wishlist, no! It's RPG! Mass Effect like! An Expanse universe.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's
Okay. World premiere. Blood and gore, minutes violence. Michelle Rodriguez? Nah.
I used to swear by my father's oath. To protect the wards is to protect our people,
High fantasy.
claims our lives. What's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now,
Kinda Rainbow
what do
Bridge.
you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
She's on a quest for vengeance. I'm thinking in this new Spiders game, but they're already making Gridfall 2.
Rin, take my hand! Rin!
I hear not the clamor of conquerors.
Evil Necromancer.
Pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Of the world? Echoes of the End. Coming this summer. This summer?
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
World premiere. Pre-alpha gameplay. I see Torrigate. What is it? Ghost? Aberration? Yokai? Fox Spirit? Karasutengu? I can't see. Oh, there's a flashlight. You wake up in a forest with no memory. The usual protagonist with amnesia. With no map and just a flashlight to light your step. With the feeling you are always watched. So developers decided to make a first-person horror, which is really easy to make. The whispers are all around you. Try to remember. And find your way home. Whispers in the fog. Not as exciting as previous two. This name doesn't tell me anything.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Oh, another one. They were showing this on Summer Game Fest. Oh, Son Father. The Seven Deadly Sins Origin. From Netmarble. The publisher that will delete your account if you will be inactive in half a year. At least that's what they promised when I started playing Ni no Kuni. And abandoned it. for reasons. So it would be the Genshin Impact like with 7 Deadly Sins characters. Will he return? Was the best boy return? Iskandar! Oh wait.
The 7
Escanor.
Deadly Sins Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
It's PvP game. I can't care.
Welcome to the future of the finals! The pressure's
Where have you been? Then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons.
What?
It's time to move on
what-
and talk about hurdling.
why
A
we
shepherd
teleported?
simulator with a whole lot of soul.
What happened?
Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
That was abrupt. Shepherd Simulator! From, how this game was called? Lancels? About a ship. But instead of a ship which is sails, we have a ship which are herd. No, not the giant birds! We must bring them to the top of a mountain? Like in Journey? Hurdling. Summer 2025. Oh, demo, out on Steam.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep.
What they said about Nine Inch Nails? Must not sleep? What will happen? In-game capture.
Come along. This way.
Experience your waking nightmare. I don't want to.
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you?
From creative directors Corey Davis, Robin,
This is
Spec Ops The Line.
natural.
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Must not sleep.
Give me your eyes, dear.
Ow. Sleep awake? I don't want to.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Eric Sohn, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her.
He's all I've got.
It's that one stealth game about a girl.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in the setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River and Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team...
Did I ever hear about Detroit Become Human?
Actually pretty cool.
It also is a game where you, in good way, playing kind of like a movie.
Quality so high.
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. And the story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Game Store. And we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
That's the trailer that will reveal the release date. Wouldn't it be better if they didn't announce it that way? Well, depending on the quality of the story, it may be a good game. But also, stealth elements should not irritate other people. It's kind of similar to Plague Tale, but isometric instead of third person. Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream, July 15, 2025.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Explorator. Are we again playing as the little guys in a big world? That's steampunk spiders. The worshipping butterfly? Bioluminescent plants? Underwater? Corals? In a suit? Oh, cute. Is it a dragon? It's a shooter? I thought it would be meditative adventure, but no, it's a shooter. The Explorator. Early access available on PC now. I'm pretty much sure they announced this game before.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Live into my interests.
Brush. Knock. Hey! BFT Games, by Trackers Games. Are you okay? Doesn't seem so. Ah, it's this one, Metroidvania, where we play as a paint. Just little smudge of paint with a brush. It may be fun. So you have chosen to suffer. Constance! November 24, 2025. That one's Steam.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
Well, we once again will be getting the loot out of the NPCs that they're wearing, like in the original.
Story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can
started
immerse yourself in
ancient Greek mythology. Then you go to Egypt and then you go to China.
Some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest I. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest II, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest II is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. The mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just a tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable. So
there were giant talent trees in the original game.
You can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space. We are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest II will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already, and we're looking for a summer timeline for this, and then later the other platforms.
So in early access this summer. We'll be waiting for a full release.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys, I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then
He was host from previous one.
video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No,
wanna...
no, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
World premiere. Puzzle 2020?
I have seen things that should be forgotten.
Out of the blue. Quality game.
I've tried to escape my past.
Archaeology.
I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels.
I don't know what it is. Close to the sun?
For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible
Call of the Elder Gods. Is it Lovecraftian one? Puzzle quest? Puzzle game?
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta
Yuri.
wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Free bio course. How hard could it be?
What? What is this?
Hard.
Capture the flag on the track? Shouldn't use copyright music.
Narrative puzzle
That's
adventure
an-
coming soon
again?
to PC and consoles. So get it
What?
on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the
What?
lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Whoa.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta
Yuri.
wander.
I don't know what's happening, but
Thanks for coming, man.
we're jumping for some reason.
Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Free bio course. How hard could it be?
Oh boy.
Hard.
Well, I suppose there's technical difficulties on their end. And it's yet another PvP extraction game. Sending.
I captured the flag on crack.
Extraction. From the world of Lost Eidolons.
A turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to
We'll definitely will play this. I also need to play original Lost Eidolons
Civil War.
that I bought. They on in my library. We just need to find time to play it.
And a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
Combat in Vale of the Witch
The
is
tactical
built for
RPG like
hardcore
Fire Emblem.
fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits.
Ow.
To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face
Okay.
off against cool bosses.
Burn! Beacon of the dead!
Get your shipwrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on trial mode for bigger challenges and better rewards.
What?
Die. Rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam, and coming
Oh.
soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
Will definitely play full release. Griefline. Popocom? Popocom. Of course they're gonna show off their game. But it's the same publisher of Arknights. A cooperative mobile game that's also on PC. With a bunch of minigames.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to
Fireman later. Save people from fire. In cooperative.
My clothes are about to catch fire. Get an attack line in there.
Gotta go scout the area. Ugh, that was close.
Cat, you're good?
Found one of the victims. Please, get me out of here.
Heroes. The world is full of them.
That's so sudden.
Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the
He plays
Bureau
games.
of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find
Audit villains and their what?
is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an
Why are we jumping back and forth?
Supply line ready.
Break that door open!
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
A princess to save.
Again!
Dragons to slay.
We're jumping again through different trailers.
That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave,
The idea of auditing Villain Slayer and his subordinates is fun. So definitely,
Titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
I'm interested in this one. It may be really fun to see all the jokes about fantasy tropes.
You might imagine.
We, the members of the
And get shit on behalf of the Bureau.
Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediately. It's
What?
here with their cushy job in their clipboard that decides if we have to
Make
do
choices
more
as the inspector.
Dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
But what is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil. We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause.
The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs.
Today.
Wishlist today.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
World premiere shooter? PvP or PvE? Love last until Zaman's Drag? What? What the fuck? Team Waifu! Strawberry grenade? Movement shooter and base builder. So that's Fortnite, but anime?
But what is a story without a good
Well,
hero at its
for
helm?
Christ's sake. How many more jumps will have?
You lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil. We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause. Wishlist the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
World premiere. Waifu shooter. What the fuck? Team Waifu. Is it PvP or PvE shooter? And they jumped again! Showdown? Real for life now? 2026.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of
Naragami.
building. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
Hirogami. Naragami is anime. About bro goat. Hirogami about Origami World. Will they jump trailers again? I can continue to narrate for trailer reactions, but will there again be a jump? Forward or backwards? Fortunately, this game was already shown multiple times and I already made reactions for this one. It might be fun. Paper adventure. Use one form to overcome ordeals. In different form. Defeat monkey to become monkey. Hirogami. September 3rd, 2025.
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
Eve Frontier. Different from Eve Online.
Is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created.
So it's still a complicated game.
When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what Eve Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both read and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around Eve Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
No, I don't want to.
Founder access for Eve Frontier is available now, and you can head to evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
My brother would love this. He loves Formula 1. Oh, music. Is it gonna be music? Music that I'm gonna block him. I don't hear the lyrics. So no, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's just a bit. A nice bit to a racing games that I'm not gonna play ever in my life. But music slaps. I can just wipe the music. Formula Legends.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store. But for now, let's keep it rolling with our Ones to Play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This
Catastrophe?
is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
Cute.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero.
Resident Evil.
Throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history.
Interesting.
And spill buckets of blood in the process.
Huh.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure.
Oh.
That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Ahoy is a work in progress. Artemin?
Every voyage begins with a plan.
Capstan? Unreal Engine.
A vision etched on parchment.
The guy from South Pirates of the Caribbean.
Or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor. Fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit.
Will there be naval combat and onboard battles?
But in the stories we bring back, and the legend we become.
And do you have to collect wooden stone as a pirate, like in Skull and Bones? That's important questions that I need answers for.
We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
So you are not a pirate. Ahoy!
Join the crew today on
Kickstarter now live.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant. Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots.
Air hockey roguelike.
Across a constantly shifting
In pirate setting.
peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the
Golf simulator.
obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise.
Golf management simulator.
PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the
Out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter.
They jumped again!
Wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant.
Wait for it. Is it gonna jump again?
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage.
Since my life, I can fix it.
Peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect.
Just wait,
an all-in-one simulator where you
I'll jump
mold
again.
terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world.
This one I maybe would play.
In that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
Or how about Animal Kind? This is a cozy cooperative town building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in
Mecha suits.
Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community of cute creatures.
Will it jump forward or will it jump backwards?
Coming soon to PC. But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast, but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away
I remember
from
this
the
one.
beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring
this
about
game was announced, I remember it.
Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh, I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
I'm not gonna play Scum. And I'm not interested in poop mechanics. Het er bij vind raar. Oh. Rap music. Killed by indestructible robots. As I decided to put up bad reviews, nobody wants to micromanage their poop. Truly a game for masochists. What? Game trash, don't buy it. Wait, why do you pay 2,000 hours?
They hustle, they grind with a glint of light, but vultures swoop, snuffing out the light.
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is
Now
a
I'm afraid
squad-based
that
survival shooter where you dodge
stream will jump once again back to Scum.
for Death Ground.
Oh, it's Resident Evil. It's Dino Crisis. Someone decided to make their own Dino Crisis.
Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested, abandoned facilities. Could you survive?
Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat
The
you're
raptors.
is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall.
Oh boy.
About 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with.
The
number one culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background.
And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
The maps.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And Biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
Well, closest to Dino Crisis that we can get.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for roar news on that front.
I am refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell Is Us.
Oh, the one that demands a giant amount of processing power for ultra ultra settings.
My name is Jonathan Jacques Belated, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell Is Us here at Rogue Factor. So the game that we've been developing...
I like that it's like in Tunic, you can explore around
So the game is definitely like
without quest markers.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. He was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you in a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that, if I go, and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's, maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. You know, no game is absolutely perfect, but
did I ever hear of Tunic?
It's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
The Abbey is closed. Official AAF business.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell Is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, you know. So we have.
Is it jealousy?
Terror and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. So it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker, and it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this, you know. So you'll be able to play Hell is Us on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
Okay.
Wishlist it now because Hell is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
World premiere.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game
Samantha
Show,
Bird.
where I
Oh,
belong,
Carla.
and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? Oh, so yeah, New Tales reached out, and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you. But only if you're coming to the
Actress,
game,
writer, and content creator.
because our party could really use the barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
Slime? Slime Isekai game? I'm not sure about this music, but I do worry. So when he enters into slime or water spirit, solving puzzles while being in water. So she can make level water and travel around with it. Fading Echo. Watch this now.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlak herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bular in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been
Oh,
blessed to live in times of peace.
Sacrifier?
But our city is not without its enemies.
JRPG inspired epic.
The demons above.
Like Octopus Traveler.
Below.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
A battle system where time moves when you do.
Through Shale, all things are possible.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still...
A tale of one face and many lies.
...past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
Sacrifier. First quarter 2026. Wishlist now. Zero Wind. Bats Gun? What? Bullet Hell. Arcade icon returns to Extreme. A remake of old Bullet Hell? More stages to beat? More weapons to fire! More ways to play! Yeah, starter mode. Retrieving its firepower. Drugstone Extreme. Steam Next Fest. Oh, it's again this game about robots. Good robots against bad robots. How it was called? Linked? Did you found the robot while farming? Is that a saber made out of shark? Hoverboarding. Guitar? Linked. Banner of the Spark. Play now. Red Art Games. It's an old game where you play as caveman and they will make join Mag retro collection. Your favorite cavemen are back. I remember I played something like this a long time ago. Uncensored and uncensored? What was censored? The original trilogy returns. Margaret Collection on Kickstarter.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to the
Future Game Show Steam page?
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
It's a horror from Until Dawn and Dark Pictures anthology.
Lower the gun. Not until you move from the scanner. Those things can change shape.
Isn't it the Sync but in space? And they're doing test through scanner instead of through blood.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable. We need urgent
Trust no one.
Please.
2nd October.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made.
Like in Detroit?
Turning points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025, and if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator with a
Every time when they show in Cairn, I want to play Jusant.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic. You'll need to carefully manage your balance and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year, and you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quality.
Boomer shooter? Korea is devastated. Which one? It looks like Resident Evil. Flesh Reborn. Why is this happening? How many remakes of first Resident Evil there were from different developers? I'm sure there's like 8 different games. Oh, there's a dinosaur. She has a knife in her boot? Ground Zero. That's more of a boomer shooter. With kicking. Beating up cockroaches. There's some moss lady. Are we also playing as a insect in this fantasy world? Is it Hollow Knight? Telekinetic powers? Hark the Ghoul. Oh, wait. We teleported again.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Another horror.
Peggy 18.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake? Like a trick?
This is about hopes, dreams, secrets, love, fears, loss, regret, ghosts, lies, hell, death. Life? No, no. Luto.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it? Don't do it.
So, 22 July? July 22nd?
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Lucky? World premiere.
Hello everyone. I'm excited
Sajeas?
to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Reach? No, it's VR game. And Dreams? I wish the stream would stop jumping around back and forth.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days.
If only I had a better vestibular apparatus to not feel nausea when I play VR games. Then I'll be excited. Unfortunately,
and I'm honored
I'm not.
to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
I can be excited about VR games. I also expect to... No. I also expect to... This rap music stop my thinking process. I forgot what I wanted to say.
Algorithms don't care. Effort left on the cutting room, but everywhere. Chains of gold, binding tight, stifling the share. House of cards, falling system beyond repair. Content creators locked in a vice. Arts turn commodity, souls the sacrifice. They hustle, they grind with a glint of might.
He is joined by a new
Oh,
partner.
it jumped yet again!
Crime. Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth.
How is
and
it?
nibble on the
How is it working with their stream? Why it's constantly
Right now,
jumping
we're
back and
working on a
forth?
simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The game is
Like
out
there's
on
some
Steam,
stuff they're not allowed to show us.
Xbox One and Series XS and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The ghost of clamping!
Duck Detective, the ghost of
YouTube is experiencing technical streaming issues. We have alternative feeds on Twitch, and our FGS
Okay, we've had
YouTube
plenty of
if the
exciting
issue
premises so
persists.
far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Get on your dancing shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
Ta-ta-ta. Spiritual successor of Patapon. I welcome you to our custom gates of ever after. Welcome to Rataport. Rhythm fuels your fight. No two genres are the same. Because it's a roguelike. Chamba da bomba, chata pa domba, chata pa bomba, chanta. Chata da domba. Welcome to Rataport. Dark Ratatans crush the scene. What? Beat the odds together. I wonder, will next iteration will be Ratatan against Patapon? Early access begins July 25, 2025.
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
Will it be the same as it was in books and movie, or there will be like
Hercule Poirot!
different story, or it will depend. Agatha Christie, Connect Novel, Death on the Nile. Revenge in 70s? What? Poirot in disco?
You know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do?
He's falling back on luxury cruise through Egypt.
Can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day, but I have some terrible news.
One of you is a killer.
But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case.
Two detectives. What?
Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one.
Every detail
What do we
matters.
have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them.
I
before they
have
strike
questions of why they put the second detective.
The list is here. Every question must have its answer.
Agatha Christie Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Dracula? So, something happening inside of a mansion? Poltergeist! Scooby-Doo! House Flipper! Scooby-Doo! House Flipper to Scooby-Doo? What? Scooptober?
Soinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia: The Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
Again? Another gameplay of a Mafia: The Old Country in Sicilia.
Mafia: The Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia: The Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked
I'm pretty sure
sold there by his parents, a really horrible
organized crime as Chinese riots and Yakuza are older than Mafia.
He falls in with the Teresi crime family, and then this game really, this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia: The Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
All spammers should rot in hell. This initiation scene that we saw part of in different trailers.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life, a brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
I suppose it's too late for him to say that he is in love with his daughter.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me. To become a man of honor. Repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salute.
What if he didn't said anything? What would happen then?
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies.
I saw the trailer for this.
Distinct timelines.
And it just was announced. The guy has a descendant, one of Viking, one of Indian.
Scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark. The true.
I swear my loyalty.
I jumped again!
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint
Fortunately,
if I do not keep my oath.
we're almost at the end. I would say 90 minutes already passed, but because of streaming issues, we're still seeing the same scenes that we already saw. I'm pretty sure we missed one game, at least.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
There's a guy with Viking ancestor and Indian ancestor beating up enemies like in Sifu.
What's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark.
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization. All at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor.
It's like traveling between worlds in Lords of the Fallen.
Not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risky roll with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game, but...
Did it jump yet again?
Let your sacred light
What that's supposed to be?
banish them.
Some immersive sim? Hello.
And I am to fall. Let my flesh turn to ash.
Some horror?
So my soul may ascend to you.
You giving blood to your weapons for them to shoot?
consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Crisol.
You will play 2025? I don't want to.
Holy moly, that looks good.
You're telling me. Crisol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well,
I hope stream won't jump on the final trailer.
We both look into that camera right there, and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay, because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me.
Boyle knows that you actors, so no, it doesn't.
World premiere.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
World premiere.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us.
Verden presents.
Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans.
Is it another horror?
You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
Ritual Tights? They barely showed anything. I don't know what kind of game it is.
No, hold on. I've got something to show you.
Launching on PC. And consoles?
I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
Which console? Gameplay reveals this August at Future Game Show.
That was your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay
I would
reveal
never
in
figure
the
it out
Future Game Show in August.
from the trailer.
Mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's summer showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the summer showcase, as well as the dream-weaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey.
And
this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
Well, no. The best part of today's Future Game Show was announce of Expanse RPG. So I either have to watch TV show or I'll play the Telltale game. Because we have Expanse Mass Effect from All Cat Games. That's definitely the major part that I'll be waiting for. What else was Echoes of the End? Also maybe interesting adventure. Then what it was? 7 Deadly Sins? Herdling? Herdling was fun. The stealth game, maybe. Metroidvania Constant Souls, maybe. Titan Quest 2, if they all make a good job. Lost Eidolons, Tactical RPG, definitely. Spin-off of Lost Aidons needs to try out. Sacrifier. Oh, this Villains Audit. Definitely. What else there was? Nope. We are not pirates. This one maybe. Ah. Dinosaurs. The closest to Dino Crisis that we ever get. Hell is us. Depending how they make the game. This one about turning into a water. Linked, that's out now. What was Ground Zero? Ah, Ground Zero was Resident Evil like. Don't remember what it is. Ratatan. Ratatafan will be fun. And I suppose that's all the fun stuff that we saw on the Future Game Show. Well, there's 2 more showcases left tomorrow. Xbox Game Showcase and PC Gaming Show, and we'll react to them accordingly. So thank you everyone who visited the stream, everyone who will watch this VOD. If you want this channel to live and grow, please support me here on other social media. Thank you for share my videos when you was sharing. Those are platforms from YouTube to Twitch to Trovo to Blue Sky to Twitter to whatever. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next videos and streams. Bye.